Hey, assalamu alaikum and greetings. So I am here to give you all an update on how my week has gone. So I'm actually currently on week 4. Today I made it to week 4, and I just want to share what's been happening, progress, updates, mindset shifts, and just embracing this whole transition. So I just completed my workout today, and I'm preparing to make me an omelet with some vegetables and a fruit. I don't know, I'll probably have an apple or a pear. But anyway, so I'm at the gym. I'm feeling good. I'm noticing the change in my body. I can see the fat melting away. I've been doing part of my training, my workout training is a part of it is dealing with like weights and strength training. So I'm gonna tell you an incident that happened at the gym last week that kind of really triggered me, but alhamdulillah, I was able to get through it. So I'm working out and I'm downstairs I'm downstairs near the free weights. So one guy comes up to me and says, I have my headphones on. So when I'm at the gym, let me just set the tone. Let me just set the scene. When I'm at the gym, I have my headphones on. My music is playing. I'm in the zone. I'm focused. I don't go to the gym to socialize. I don't go to the gym to meet friends. I go to handle my business in and out. So this person came up to me. He speaks some English, and he said, excuse me, my friend doesn't speak English, but he wants to speak to you. And I said, about what? He said he wants to know what your weight goals are because he's a trainer. I said, my goal is to lose weight. He said that his friend said, I should be upstairs, not on the meaning like I should be doing more cardio and not downstairs lifting weights. I said, excuse me, I have a trainer. And so I'm taking offense to this now, because it took a lot of courage to get back to the gym after my weight gain. I'm focused on my program, and the guy probably had the best of intentions, but it just made me feel some type of way. So I said to him, like, I have a trainer who I work with. He helps people who are obese lose weight. And I just ran down my coach's credentials. Shout out to Ben Shaw of Titan Transformation. And I said, yeah, I do cardio. But I said, this is my program that I'm following. And he said, oh, okay. And then he was like, I said, we also focus on, he said, so he was really questioning, like, what about your food? I said, we focus on nutrition. At this point, I'm trying to be polite and nice, because I was like, okay, let me not shut him down. Let me just answer some questions, so that way I just chose to be polite and chose to be nice in this particular moment. Although I really want to just say, I want to focus on my workout. Like, I didn't come here to talk, but I entertained the conversation a bit. And then he said, I said, yeah, we focus on nutrition, mindset, and training. He said, well, can I ask you how much weight did you lose? He said, how much weight did you lose? I'm like, that's a bit of a personal question. I said, but I have lost weight, but that's a personal question. And then after that, he kind of got it, like, okay, that's where it's at. So after the gym, I felt triggered. I felt like that heavyset girl who was doing something wrong, and I'm being talked about. Like, I went all the way into my feelings, and I left a voice message from my coach and a friend. It's like, this is my incident. I just wanted to share with you what happened so I can just vent and let this go, because I don't want this to deter me from returning back to the gym. And I'm sharing this with you because I'm so grateful, alhamdulillah, that before I went to the gym, I was putting on my sports clothes and I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, wow, your body is changing. I can see the fat melting away. Those weights is helping to burn the fat, to build muscle mass. And I'm just looking at myself and I'm like really grateful that I affirmed myself without looking for outside validations. And I'm sharing this with you because my journey right now is like, my transition journey is my health journey and getting healthy to be preventative from any kind of illnesses or diseases that's normally caused due to obesity and being overweight. And when you're starting back again, there's so many internal doubts and self-judgments that can deter you from your path of living your best life and doing the best thing that's best for you in your life. And when you're starting over, the hardest step, honestly, sometimes is that first step, is the first step of going back to the gym, is that first step of going back to starting life again. If you've been divorced and you're like, I want to remarry again, and entertaining the idea of marrying someone after a tumultuous divorce, or if you're a widow and you've gone through the loss of a spouse, and it's like, you know what, my heart is open, I want to love again, I want to try this, I want to try anew. It can be very frightening and very scary when we're stepping out of our comfort zone. Or if you're like me, you decide to leave the country and go abroad and create a new life outside the United States. Like, these first steps of starting over, rebuilding, or building anew are some of the most scariest steps ever. But what I'm learning this week from my own experience with my health, with my wellness journey, is like, as long as you're consistent, you're doing the work, you're showing up, and you're clear on your intentions, then that's all that matters, because the rest will work itself out. And something I'll end with that my coach said to me this morning, I said, you know, I gave myself 12 months to really see a full transformation. Like, this time around is not about trying to lose the fastest weight in the first 3 weeks, the first month. Is like, I know I'm in this for the long haul. And he said to me, and I said, like, wow, I'm seeing my body transform, and I'm just really excited about it. And he said, what you're doing differently now is like, you're focusing on the work and not the results. And the results is going to come automatic when you're focusing on the work. So that's what I leave with you all. And if you want to just journey with me, not only on my wellness transformation, but I'm giving myself permission to test out new content, experiment more with life in Senegal. So you're going to see more of life in Senegal. My husband and I are going to do, I have some things and I have some things lined up that I'm looking forward to sharing with you. So if you're watching this and you get through this video, and if you want to hear more about, tell me what you want to hear more about, like life in Senegal, my transformation journey, helping women move through grief and start anew. Let me know, okay? Because I'm looking forward to just bringing you on this journey. And here we go. Here's to saying yes to being out of the box. Here's to saying yes to starting anew. Here's to saying yes to your dreams and experimenting and exploring and building towards legacy. Okay, peace and love. Assalamu alaikum.